Hello again, my friends. Today is Sunday, and this morning at Mass, our parish priest read out a letter from our Archbishop addressed to all the Catholics of Wellington. He began by saying, "You are God's work of art. Each one of you is God's work of art." And I thought, yes, that's right. That's exactly what I am, what we are. What a wonderful way to begin the year of faith. Because faith is based on, if you like, who I am. I can only be effective in this year of faith as a committed Catholic Christian, insofar as I recognise who I am before God, God's work of art. I know what you're thinking. A work in progress, fair enough. But no, I'm gifted as God wants me to be. And that was a wonderful moment this morning as I listened to that, because it's been an incredible month since we talked last. First of all, one of my community died here in Wellington, and that's been very sad for us because it happened quickly. Sure, she was 89 years old and in care, but she was functioning in her own little way and ticking over nicely, and then took a dive, and suddenly she's no longer with us. And we farewelled her with a lovely requiem, but now we haven't got her. So we're down in numbers, down to only 3 of us now in Wellington. Then I had cataract surgery, and that's gone well, but I'm really struggling with having lopsided vision. Can see beautifully with the operated eye, but I've still got a cataract in the other one, and public hospital will not do that, will not see that can be done. So I've got to sort that out, don't I? I'm very lopsided. Then yesterday I went down to Nelson to the unveiling of the headstone for my deceased sister-in-law. You may remember my telling you in March that my sister-in-law had died. And my brother has prepared at her grave a very beautiful white grey headstone shaped in the shape of a scroll. It's beautiful. And it rained heavily while we were at the graveside. So which I always think, although it was a bit of a challenge, I always think it's a beautiful omen. The Irish people say, don't they, happy the events that the rain descends on, and I think that's true. So it was a sad day, and yet a day of sharing of memories and some laughter, and that's always good as well. My dear brother is coping as best he can. He's very lonely and very lost. So it's been a month, hasn't it? And so when I come to talk about living out my faith, yeah, I've certainly been doing that, and I've been doing it in ways which have been challenging for me, but I believe helpful for others, because I know, for example, that it gave a huge amount of pleasure and joy to my brother that I was with him yesterday, the only other member of the family to be so. And I was able to assist in the requiem for our other sister Mary and do many, many things. So it's by being God's work of art, by bringing that to consciousness and allowing that to seep from my head into my heart and my soul, and to motivate me. A work of art is something to be loved and admired. That's my motivation, that's my challenge. To be loved and admired, not for myself, but because I am God's work of art, not my own. That, I believe, is the living out of my faith. And that's what this year of faith is going to be all about. I'm excited about this year of faith that our Pope has just initiated. I think it starts this coming Thursday. And I am going to try and keep those words of Archbishop John's in my mind and in my heart as God's work of art. Let me live the faith and draw others to love God as I love him. Thanks for being with me. Go well. Go with your God.